Better than Lego. Better than Lego.
Matthew Johns is in position for a long-range shot. He's with it now, Matthew Johns. Here goes the kick from Johns.
Welcome to the Johns Family Podcast for this week. There is a lot going on, both here, all over the place. It's not me getting emotional. I just had a little slip of the tongue there. Plenty going on. I'm going to introduce the family. Jack, Coops, Patricia, how are you all?
I'm going
There's
well.
Another little slip of the tongue. Look at this. What a start. What a start from the TV icon.
Do you want to redo it? We can redo it.
Yeah, let's just flow with it, eh? The TV icon in the salmon shirt.
It's not salmon. That's
That's
brown.
peach, brother. That's peach.
I'd call that rust.
Yeah, I think it is right.
Guys,
I've probably
make up
got
your
more
minds.
experience.
Have you
in
shaved your chest?
the clothing industry.
You've shaved your chest.
He always shaves his chest.
No, I don't.
Oh, hang
Shut
on.
up.
He shaves it over the bloody basin.
No, I don't.
Usually
No, I
just
don't.
after I've washed it and
That's
cleaned it.
shaved.
No, it's not.
Kills
Yes, it's
me.
hair.
But
Not
Just so I haven't
much.
got thick mats of hair on my chest.
Because you've shaved it.
have you?
I haven't shaved
Oh,
it.
you have shaved it. Don't deny it.
I'm telling you
turn to the
now,
skin. brother.
Guys.
have you shaved it in the last 12 months?
not in the last 6 months. I did once. 'Cause I was about to go down the beach. And I looked like a yeti. So I said, righto, time to go.
Okay, Big M.
Yeah, what?
Do you shave any other part, like other than your face? Do you shave any other parts of your body?
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you
No,
sure?
I'm not like you young vain people. I know what you shave. Let's not go there.
Wouldn't it
okay?
be prickly?
This is a family show.
Have you ever shaved your legs, Cobber?
Never shaved my legs in my life.
You sure?
Absolutely positive.
I've
Never
waxed
shaved my
bits
leg.
of him.
You've waxed, yeah, you have.
Which bits, Trish?
His lower back, I didn't like the back.
Guys,
Yuck.
I know.
guys, this is boring.
He whinged
People don't
and
want to
whined.
This isn't boring. Let this go.
I might also add, not long after, was when he had his back issue. I went, oh, I hope I
Well,
didn't do that.
I know you've shaved your belly
Spasm.
before because I remember one time you left the snail trail. And it was just,
Guys,
and I seen you with a landing strip down to your genitals as well.
Oh.
hey, listen.
Hang on, what?
Listen, hey, Trish, Jack, just pause a second. This is just a little conversation between me and you. I'm going to warn you.
Warm you?
Come over
Really
here.
are slipping the tongue.
I'm
bare
going to warn
chest.
you. Don't bring that filth from the Colin Jackie O show that you're sprouting down in Melbourne into this studio. Okay, that's a word of warning.
Sorry, Dad.
But it's
I'm
a
going to
little
get
fun.
Steve Price to come over here and tell you
Not
what.
the Warriors Bulldogs player,
No,
Steve
no,
Price.
no. Steve Price, journalist.
Is he really that angry a man? He comes across as very angry.
No, I met Pricey a few times.
We've seen him down at the beach here. Does he live on the northern beaches somewhere?
Yeah, he did. He used to live at Freshie.
Yeah, okay. We used
Yeah.
to bump into him down at Collaroy. A few times. I've
Did
been
we?
with you. He seemed quite charming.
Yeah, I really like Pricey.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's acting.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
Kyle. I like Pricey. They're just into each other at the moment, people, if you don't
I think
know.
I like Kyle more.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, let's not go there.
Kyle's got a lot of qualities I like.
Yeah, okay. Name
Physically?
six.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, well, he speaks his mind. He's honest. I think what you see is what you get with Kyle.
Isn't it funny?
He's not
when
two-faced, and I think he's loyal.
Isn't it funny when I speak my mind in this house, I get hailed down and basically got to sleep on
Well,
the
you've got to
couch.
think about it a little more before you speak, Matthew.
Okay, let's move on. That's the boring stuff out of the way, or the hammer mat stuff out of the way. Cooper, it's good to see you back in the land of the living. Your last week, of course, you two, you got up nice and early, you boys, for the remembrance. Well done on that. But of course, what happens is, everyone goes back to the RSL, and generally, people get off to an early start with a few remembrance drinks. And Cooper, which is that's all fine, but when you get home at basically 5 o'clock in the morning, guess what, bro? That ain't kosher.
Well, Koshi, I didn't get home at 5 in the morning. I got home at 3 in the morning, mate. But I had to leave at 4:30 in the morning to go into radio Friday morning.
Yes.
So,
And thank your brother for driving you in too.
yeah. Thanks to my brother
Yeah.
for driving me in as
And
well.
then let's
You
talk
know what was
about
really bad though?
Yeah.
I had to do a sunrise cross Friday morning with Shervo talking about the Anzac Day games
Yep.
the day before.
How'd you watch them?
Well, I hadn't watched any of them because I was out playing 2-up all
Yeah.
day, and I got the question like a minute before, so I didn't even know the score. And he crossed over to me and he goes, "Mate, what about those Roosters yesterday? What did you take out of the performance?" And I said, "Oh, sorry, Sherv, I was too busy playing 2-up yesterday. I didn't even watch the games." And then I was like, "But I'm sure the Roosters played well." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then just went straight over to the AFL. There's an AFL guy on as well.
Actually, I tell you what, I didn't realise. So 2-ups is a New South Wales thing.
Is
Is
it?
it?
No.
Well, I was just talking to a couple of people from Melbourne last week. They'd never heard of it before.
What?
I've played it in
No,
I've
it's
played it
Australia
in,
wide.
And another person from Adelaide. She grew up in Adelaide. She'd never heard of it before.
I think it's their own ignorance.
No, I
It-
played
it's
It
in.
must
I
just be
played
their
at the
selective.
Corner Hotel in Melbourne 2 years ago. Before
Yeah.
we were playing that afternoon, and I went down to play.
Because it's a diggers thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, so no, it's Australian
tradition,
wide.
What is
yeah.
it? What is the law there? Is there a certain time it's legal?
Just Anzac Day. That
After
24 hours.
11?
I thought it was after. Yeah, I thought it might have been about
Yeah,
midday.
But it's.
thought
I
it
think
was
that's
11
more of a respect thing. You don't play it before midday or
Right,
11:30 or something. It is because the morning is for like all the
Well, drinking
commemorating.
It
apparently.
used to be stringently outlawed. I'll put it this way: they're not going to cuff you and take you away.
I don't think
Right?
They'll
I
shut
think
you
I think
down.
the people I think the owners, the hoteliers, would go in and say, hey,
They'll take
guys.
your coins.
Well,
They'll take coins
Remember
off you.
outside, because what happens is occasionally outside of race courses,
yeah, Newcastle.
you'll turn up there. People, here's a little word of warning: at race courses, there's this scam artists, and what they do is they play two up out there. But what they're doing, they're butterfly flipping. I
What
know
is
some-
butterfly flipping?
It's where the coins
Flutter.
like flutter, but don't turn over. Now, what they'll do is there's two things to look out for there. Number one is they lay. It's a scam when they lay a hot mix on the ground. So the hot mix is hot tar, so that when they flutter and they hit the ground, they just sit.
It just doesn't bounce off it.
Yep, and that's what they call a butterfly flip, and it just sits. And the other one is there's another person provoking. There's another person provoking the sort of the crowd
crowd.
that's gathered around. So to be like, if you're flipping and you're in on the scam and Jack's standing there, I'll start going, I'll tell you what, I'm going to back ahead. Come on, have any of you people here got any guts? Come on, someone take me on. And you'll go, I'll give you 100. Say, 100. Come on, someone 300. Come on. And suddenly people start
Geez, you
diving
sound
in.
convincing, Colin.
And
It
they
sounds
did it
almost
here,
as
though.
if you've done it.
They do it.
Yeah.
And we're at Newcastle one day, and people just kept betting. We had to stop, say, mate, they're scam artists. Don't do it. And the police arrived. They scooped the coins
And off they
just
go.
took off. And I've seen them around a few racetracks.
You know what I
Wow.
didn't know that I learned about Anzac Day this year was after the march, the diggers all go and they drink rum and milk.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Rum
that.
and
either.
milk.
Yeah, people were doing it. Actually, was it one of your crosses, Coop? On Sunrise, it might have been on Sunrise or something like that. They were crossing to someone, some people at a pub, and there was these girls. They were pouring rum and milks, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't
not
know
sure.
that.
Yeah, wow.
Boys,
Upset my stomach though. That would.
I don't know. I'd like to give it a try.
You ever tried
I do
Midoriya
I
milk?
love milk.
Midoriya milk is delicious.
It used to be good.
I think
Yeah.
I've only
It still
ever
is,
had.
Trish.
Actually, cream de menthe and milk. I
Hasn't
used to
changed.
had a little thing on.
What's that drink with Baileys? Is Baileys milky?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm thinking?
You
I've
just drink Baileys.
I've just had Baileys.
Yeah,
has
on
that got
ice.
milk in it?
I'll tell you, it's better
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a cream
From the
base.
Golden Grave
No,
Vineyard
it's
over
not
at
better.
Cessnock is a thing called Golden Tango cream. When I was the groundsman there, I used to sneak in the steel bottles and drink on the job.
Did you?
Yeah, it's just so tasty.
It's not as nice. It's a bit harsher
better.
than.
It's
Not
better,
as
guys.
smooth.
Really?
It's better.
Well, it's cheaper.
You know that I know it's better. What else is going on?
Well, Matt, we had a wedding last week, and I'm Lily White, so I got Matt to help me with my fake tanning. And
Where-
honestly, I looked like a crime scene. My back, he had fake tan mousse on the shower screen, on the vanity, on the tiles, and big patches on my back.
Do you still have it on your hands?
No, I put gloves on him.
Oh,
No,
he's
don't
got
make
that.
gloves. Feeding. I'm not a barbarian. And I tell you, we were at the wedding, Trish. Interesting. We had there was the reception upstairs where we were, and then downstairs there was another wedding reception. And guess who was there as a bridesmaid?
As a bridesmaid?
Yep,
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
Oh,
Say
Yeah.
that again.
Margot Robbie.
I think it's Margot.
I think he knows that.
I think the C's
He's
Tyler.
being
You blokes.
facetious.
Jokes on you blokes. You've been double
Did you
crossed.
do that on purpose?
The C's silent. Sorry, I didn't mean to say
The
Ty-
C or the G?
Oh, no,
Or
sorry.
the T?
Yeah, the T.
What have you been learning
I don't
over there at
know.
Kiss FM?
And do you know what?
I don't know.
Do you know what? And here's the thing. Tell me if this is kosher. I suspect it's not. It's over the top. There were handlers downstairs, 'cause a bit of paparazzi, and a couple of us were just upstairs and looked down, and one of the handlers did the fingers thing, like no, don't look. And you're going,
Don't look at her.
yeah, look, no, like
Well, you couldn't see
Margot was
her.
down there, but you couldn't see her. But you're going, hang
Did
on
you
a
say
sec.
anything to him?
No, I just.
You should have gone. Don't look up here.
Yeah,
exactly.
Daddy
don't you
John.
know
look
who I
at
am?
our.
So
don't look
when
at
we
our-
turned up in the Uber, I turned up and had a look around and said, "Look at all the paparazzi. Geez, I am big and burly."
Yeah, you would have
Wow.
thought. Yeah. Was
I
anybody?
didn't see any paparazzi.
Did you say anybody else was up there as well? Did you say there was another famous person up there?
Apart from me, let me
Jordan
think.
Mailata,
So you're just stroking that ego. Colin.
Jordan Mailata was up there.
Who's Jordan Mailata?
NFL player for the Philadelphia Eagles.
We missed him by 2 or 3 minutes. We walked in and one of his mates is there and he said, "Oh, Matty, how you going? Geordie's here." I went, "Oh, sorry, who's Geordie?" He said, "Jordan Mailata." I said, "Oh, really?"
Is he from there? Is he
No,
from-
No, he's Sydney boy.
Western
he's
Sydney.
Sydney boy, Western Sydney boy. Played for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and they let him go because, mate, he was like 140 kilos.
So
He
big.
was so
Jackie,
big.
Did you? Was he there when you were
I
there?
think I missed him 1 year in 20s. It was 20s. That would have been the.
Yeah.
And he just trialled out through the pathways system, international
cool.
pathways. He got a start, went over there, took a chance for Philadelphia, just signed a $100 million deal.
Is that all?
Sweet.
In that
Can you live on that?
Don't know.
Oh, not in
Don't know.
Philadelphia. I
It's
think
certainly
real
not Kiss
estate.
FM money.
Not for me. Not for
I
me, guys.
actually got a bit of shit the other day when we were at the Hilton. People saw me wearing this kit, and they said, "We've been watching the podcast,
And
and
you
you've
don't-
worn this kit 2 weeks in a row, and now it's 3 weeks in a row." And in protest, I'm gonna wear it all the way to Magic
You-
Round. I think.
No,
have-
Jack, put your other bloody clothes on, man.
How bad?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Every
no,
day.
you need to stop.
Infatuation.
I said this 3 weeks ago on the podcast, and everyone shamed me for putting
Yeah,
Jack
no,
on
but
show.
he's yeah.
Yeah, it's gone over the other side now. We're on his side.
Yeah.
You aim up.
You've got
Oh,
other
okay.
things to wear, mate.
I'm gonna protest against.
And
this
put them
now.
in the wash.
I'm gonna wear this exact kit to Magic Round.
And feel free to put away the clothes that I wash for you that are on your bed as well.
Okay, this is going to bring me
How
to
good's
a
this?
point. Okay, my brother Andrew, his partner Kate, she sent something through last night to Cooper and I. This is quite amazing. This was put up on a website from an animal rescue. It says available for adoption, a father and son dogs. They are desexed, vaccinated, and chipped. They are a father and son team. They are called Maddie and Cooper Johns.
Wow.
Okay. Now, Maddie was born in 2015. Right, Cooper was born in 2017. They are happy and friendly boys who are no trouble at all. But they're named after us. They are affectionate, dog friendly,
Tick.
love their walks, sleep inside. Can
Tick.
someone give them a home? Maddie is booked in for a dental appointment on 10th of the 5th, 24.
Well, you hate the dentist, don't you?
I know I do. Located at Castle Hill. If you want to get involved, text Karen. I'm not going to read her name at the moment, even though it was on the website. So there you
Are
go.
you asking people to buy them? Well, you read the whole
No,
letter.
it's
Are you
cute.
asking them
It
to
is,
buy
it's
Well,
these dogs?
and they looked like sort of
They look like you.
Australian Shepherd cross,
Pomeranian?
like
Kelpie?
Very cute.
No, like border collie-ish, sort of yeah,
Yeah,
dogs,
very-
tan and white,
and
very
I
cute.
tell you what, desexed as well. Dad, you're like,
D6.
You're desexed as well, aren't you, Cobber?
And sleep inside. Well, that's the only thing we differ from. But yeah, they're cute dogs. Maddie
cute
and Cooper, well, the father's cute anyway. The,
I mean, is that the dad? Is the dad only 2 years older than the dog?
Yeah.
Than Cooper? Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, they're dogs, mate.
As opposed to humans.
Yeah.
Like
Bit of a-
you don't. Yeah.
Bit of an early start on him.
But here's
Horny
the
little
thing.
2-year-old.
Trish and Jack, don't feel like you've been left out.
Why?
Exciting news. The World Health Authority have announced there is a new strain of COVID sweeping the planet. Doctors warned people to look out for the key symptoms, which are someone whinging incessantly about loved ones either not unpacking the dishwasher or not picking up after themselves. There's also been reports of infected individuals developing clubfoot and blaming everyone else for it. They've named it Trish Johns. One word, so it's got nothing to do with you.
Well, Trish, you've got some more information around your.
You're a real asshole, aren't you?
Trisha's got some
Hey,
more
hey,
info for us around
is
her
there
injury.
something around
actually.
Yeah.
Jack as well?
Well, not really Jack. Again, from the World
thanks.
Health Authority. There's a mosquito which is carrying a bacteria that when it bites, people have a propensity to wear the same clothes every day, as well as not cleaning barbecue plates and not respecting other people's tastes in music. And a clear sign is that the inside of their car looks like an overbooked backpackers filled with stinky French tourists who don't wear deodorant nor cologne. They're called Jack Carlin Johns. One word.
I wouldn't throw stones, Cobber, because I've seen your car of late,
Yeah.
and trust me, it is like a pigsty, mate.
It's actually not that bad. Yours is worse, Jack.
Blame the hitchhikers, not the driver.
Hey, I actually got some more feedback. Last week, do you remember we spoke about funerals, what you'd like to happen to you, cremated or buried?
Yes.
And we spoke about cop. We went on a bit of a tangent about it, actually, about what we might do.
I quite like the creativity.
I
involved.
suggested we put him open coffin with some salsa and everyone gets some Doritos on the way through and they say get their goodbyes and have a dab. Someone suggested for you, Trish.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously a long-time listener because we haven't discussed your drug habits for a while. Not this year, I don't think we have.
Fall off the wagon.
Well, I think they're about to pick up, guys.
Yeah, okay. They suggested that we cremate you and we put you in a big pile, almost like an open coffin, but just ash, and everyone brings their pipe and smokes you.
Yeah.
I love that. Go
What do you
for it.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it only ash? Like, is there anything else in it?
Well,
Like, is it
they
mixed?
did suggest that BYO, put it that way. I think you can put it together yourself with the ash, but yeah.
Anything else from your week, Patricia?
Well, I saw Kaylin at the surgeon's office yesterday.
Oh, yeah, because you're
Callum
the
Ponga.
foot
Did you-
people.
the clubfoot gang.
That's right.
Do you know what? It's not clubfoot, and if you say it again, I'm going to come over there personally and give you a fair slap.
I'll come and do it, baby.
Mate, I've
No.
always told him to stop hitting on my mother. Yeah, he's got a thing for you, Trish, too.
Who?
Caleb?
Oh, I don't think so. He was there with his dad, Andre. He had his scooter. He was getting his car stopped.
Andre, yeah, he's got the scooter with the leg up. Just go, mate, because he does listen to the podcast, Carly.
He's very positive, though. He was really
He's
positive.
very positive, a very
Yeah.
positive guy.
Except about the nights. Mate, grow a heart. Honestly, mate, it's no more than an ingrown toenail.
Hey,
Oh,
hang on a
stop
sec.
it.
It's actually a Liz Frank.
You've had
injury.
one, haven't you?
I've
Kid?
had a Liz Frank as well.
Yeah.
And they're very painful. Not many people can return from the injury.
Well, I read
Those who
something.
do are built different, allegedly.
They say it's not a basically a hit or a sprain that actually does it. They said it actually is a virus that targets the weak.
What is it with you today?
Yeah, you and
I
your
know.
viruses.
Hey,
weird
Coop,
thing.
can you explain for the listeners what is a Liz Frank? Because I've heard so many people ask me what it actually is.
Yeah.
Liz
One
Frank.
word.
Liz Frank is a ligament that holds the arch of your foot up. So when you do your Liz Frank, your foot collapses and it becomes flat. And then it takes, because it's such a hard place to get blood, usually if you get surgery on it, they put like a band in there, so like a rubber band, and that's what holds the arch of your foot up for the rest of your life.
Oh.
So you're telling me in this day and age where we can put, basically we're sending amazing things into space like Mercury and all over the place with the
Hang on a second.
technology.
The fact that you think we've been to Mercury.
We're right at the science. We are producing vaccinations that cure or protect people against these viruses that hit the earth.
Allegedly.
You're telling me that's what's happening, and for Liz Franks, all they can do is have a rubber band around a foot.
Well, that's
just pathetic.
That's what Jerome Hughes has in his foot. He's got the rubber band.
Oh, has he?
Hughes did a Liz Frank, and now his one is there's just a rubber band in there holding the arch of his foot up. So when you see him come off his left foot, watch out.
Liz Frank.
Because he comes off his right because it's more like his left foot's not as powerful.
Well, given how most coaches are, everyone will have elastic bands around their feet now. Trish, what else is happening, mate?
Nothing, Matthew. I'm not talking.
I'm just looking at the list here. You sure
I
you don't
just
want to
don't
talk
think
about
you're really
John
pleasant.
John?
You wanted to talk
Oh,
about
John. Yeah.
You've done your own list.
You've got to run down and
Honestly.
Dad tries to throw you into it, and then you go, not much.
You know what? He ignores a lot of stuff I say, so I'm just not, partaking.
reason.
Anyway,
Marriage.
Matt's the king of turning on the telly, leaving sports on that obviously I don't want to watch, and walking out of the room and leaving the house altogether. Yesterday it was the surfing.
You're looking for an old boyfriend on there.
With John Florence. And I thought, that's actually really weird.
John.
John.
No, I
That's
don't think so.
do you not think that's weird? Is it like Betty Sue?
No, all right.
Betty Sue's got a new pair of shoes.
You know what I mean?
Who's
Great.
The hyphenated names are. It's not hyphenated, but it's repetitive. Like I'm feeling, is it a typo on his original birth certificate? Someone got mistaken with a stutter.
Now, it's actually an amazing story. He grew up in Haleiwa on the
Haleiwa?
North Shore. Yep.
Ah.
And Haleiwa.
Where's that?
In Hawaii, on
the
Oahu.
North Shore of Hawaii. Yep. And do you know when you're driving from to the south side, Waikiki, there's lots of you're going through lots of sort of farmlands. Apparently, there's caves there. True story. John Florence, mum is pregnant, in labour, going. They just weren't going to get to Honolulu Hospital in time, so they pulled over on the side of the road. He gave birth.
She gave birth.
She gave birth, and I think the father delivered it. And when they said, "What are we going to call him?" they went John, but then there was an echo in the cave, and they went John Florence.
That is bullshit.
You are so full of shit.
True story.
Full of
And listen to you guys just listening in bated breath. Of course it's bullshit. Honestly.
In that case, would have been John. You know what I mean?
Is
Florence.
he even from Hawaii?
Yes, he is from Haleiwa.
Okay.
Wow.
I've
you
surfed
telling the
Haleiwa.
truth?
What's that, babe?
I've surfed Haleiwa.
No,
Been
yeah.
dragged along the rocks at Rocky Point.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that what you just called it?
Is that a euphemism, is it?
No, it's not.
Talking
It's
about
literal.
ex-wives. Christy Brinkley, Trish.
I
You were
know.
telling me she went to a Billy Joel concert.
She did the other
Did
night.
they let her in?
Yeah, and she was up dancing to Uptown Girl, which obviously she starred in the film clip.
Yeah, it
Oh.
wasn't written about her though. It was
Apparently,
written
well,
about Ellen McPherson.
allegedly.
Written
Well,
about
yeah.
Ellen
Guys,
McPherson.
context for the listeners who might be younger. Who's Christy Brinkley?
Christy Brinkley is one of Billy Joel's ex-wives.
Yeah.
She was a supermodel
Hang
in
on a
the
second.
80s.
Gav, put your shirt back on for a second.
She still looks fab, actually.
Oh, is she a good sort, Gav?
He dated 3 supermodels at once, Billy Joel. And he said the
For a
greatest
little
mistake,
stumpy
he
short
said-
man.
He said, I had to marry one. Why did I do that? Sorry, Trish. I mean, I picked
Yeah.
my supermodel to marry. There you
Yeah. Where is she?
go. Yeah,
Hey,
unfortunately we're divorced.
No,
How many wives has Billy Joel had?
Ooh, not that many.
I think 3.
I think 3 too.
4.
Has he? He's a sneaky one.
Yeah.
An
yeah.
early days one? Early days,
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, he's had some early days. His most recent is 2015 to now. So
Yeah.
let's wish him luck.
And they've
Yeah.
got some young children because remember they brought them out in the Melbourne concert we were at, Jack.
Oh yeah. I was having a pretty good time.
Me
Trish.
too. I
think
don't really
yeah.
remember them coming out, but I remember someone telling me that they did.
Yeah.
And they went, "Oh, remember that bit?" I went, "Yeah."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're called, the oldest one's Joel.
Cute.
Born in a cave.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you
man.
what, on that note, talking about birth in caves, let's take a break and we're back with good stuff. Welcome back to the podcast. Coops, what you got for us, man?
Guys, I don't know. For our listeners who have just joined the podcast this year, we used to play a game called Cooper's Lyrics Game,
Yeah.
and I've decided to bring it back.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not very good
Thanks.
at it, but I like it.
Yeah, no, you never were. Dad was usually the best. He was pretty good at it. Basically, I speak the lyrics to a song, and you guys have to buzz in with your names or anything you want to. You can make your own buzzer noise.
Or can we just say it?
Trish,
What the title of the
No,
song
no,
is?
no, you have to buzz
You've got to
in.
buzz in, Trish, so don't just...
Otherwise,
yell
it gets messy.
Yeah, it does. Line.
And then you have to say, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to disguise it as much as possible.
Okay.
I'm a master at deceit. Okay.
Deception.
Do you want to
Deception, brother?
Deceit as well.
Yeah, deceit works.
What's deceit? Isn't that just short
It's
for
deception.
deception?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, being deceptive, yeah.
I'll back you, Cobble.
Or being deceitful,
Okay.
yeah.
There we go.
Look long, play longer. Do you want to test your buzzers?
Yeah, Trisha.
Matt.
Jack.
Trish was
been
so
way-
competitive, she had to buzz in first. It was race. Okay. just
Hey,
race.
if
Yeah.
you're not competitive, what's the point?
Okay. Get ready. Up so early. Feel so bright. Didn't get much sleep last night. Freight train rattled through my head.
Oh, no.
Oh.
A whistle. Yes?
Shook me all on.
No.
I
You're
know
out.
these words, but I can't.
I know, yeah,
place
so
it.
do I.
A whistle blowing. Love is dead. Is dead. Heart attacked by fear and doubt. Won't be long till the truth comes out.
God, I just don't know.
Yeah,
The
I know, yeah.
First impressions never last. Lovers' bonds, they hold so fast. Restless future burning bright. Past is holding on so tight.
Jack, can I go again? Or does it,
Do you
am I
know
out
it?
now? Is it Don't Stop Believing?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it's double. Basically, yeah.
All over
You're
the shop.
out.
I'm
Wow,
out.
Jack,
Yeah.
you are
I
shocking.
couldn't get
Oh.
decision.
I know the song.
I know too, and I don't know
Oh,
many
yeah.
lyrics. I know it.
Powderfinger. Matt.
Mine-
Powderfinger. Wish you well.
Yes! Well done. I ran out of actually lyrics on my
Wow.
screen. We'd
Did
gone
you?
through so many. Yeah.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
Sure, it's not
Yeah.
shook.
Wait, how hard is it when you don't have the tune?
When you don't have the tune,
Oh,
I
it's
thought,
not that hard.
Okay, can we have a game next time where you just give us the hum the tune, because that's my thing.
I think we've got another one.
It's a bit too easy, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that
Oh, we've
probably
No,
is.
it's not. Remember,
Yeah,
we've
Cooper,
played it
I
once
think we've
before.
got a few more, Trish.
Oh, we've got
Righto, let's
5.
keep
No,
it
I know
going.
that.
Thanks, Trish.
So
Okay.
next time. Planning ahead.
Everyone's watching to see what you will do. Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's wondering, will you come out tonight? Everyone's trying to get it right. Get it right. Everybody's
Trisha?
working.
Shake your tail feather.
No. If you waited just a second, everybody's working for the weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello?
Matt. Everybody's working for the week.
Yeah.
Everybody's working. Love a boy.
How slow on the trigger. You're usually very quick, Matthew.
Yeah, they're hard ones.
maybe you've chosen
Because
obscure ones.
you know the lyrics, but it's hard to pin down the
Right.
name of
Yeah,
the song.
okay. Okay. Jeez, I thought those two were easy. This one's going to be harder then. When dreaming, I'm guided to another world,
Jesus.
time and time again. At sunrise, I fight to stay asleep because I don't want to leave the comfort of this place.
Yep, Matt. It is.
Oh.
I know the one.
Jack.
It is Nickelback.
No,
Can you take me higher?
No. Creed?
Yes, higher.
Why Nickelback?
It's that
'Cause
sound.
It's that Creed and Nickelback.
Yeah.
Honestly, should
I
share
reckon
the
1
same
and 1.
sleeping bag.
Okay.
You're on fire today, John.
Okay. Here we are in a room full of strangers, standing in the dark.
Yeah, Matt.
What?
BGs.
Yep. Come on, baby.
Nights
Say
on
it.
Broadway.
Well done.
Wow.
Back to your old ways.
Great art. Great guess, Cobber.
He just needed to practice that
Standing in the dark.
art. Go.
Very good. Thank you.
you.
Thanks for putting me out of my misery. I don't have to say the whole song. Okay, last one. How can you see looking through those tears?
Yeah, yep. Gotcha. Live it up, mental as anything.
There he is, back to his old ways.
You
Don't
are
you know
the king.
you're worth your weight in gold?
Thank
Okay.
God. Well done, Matthew.
Nice, mate.
Proud
Well
of you.
done.
Okay,
Yeah,
on that
I'm
note,
proud of you
it's
too.
time for Matt's red hot question of the week, and let's keep it now. Last week, I basically I was in a very reflective mood, thinking a lot about death, and it was all about what would you do, the plans, cremation, bury me. Just want to make an announcement right now, is that to let you guys know, on a lot of thought post the podcast last week, if something happens to Charlie before me, we're going to get her cremated, and my wish is that we mix our ashes together and we get buried somewhere. There you go, me and Charlie.
I had another suggestion
Jesus, that's
from
a bit
Danny.
What is wrong with you?
Sent in loved ones past put under a glass tabletop so you can see them constantly.
I know another story.
No.
Another story about a famous person, a glass coffee tabletop.
Okay, you going to share that?
Is it shitting?
We better not. Yeah, it's
Is it
got
shitting?
something-
But I mean, that's a bit like taxidermy, really, isn't it? We
What, shitting on a coffee table?
No.
right.
Oh, gosh, I just ignore you. You know that.
All right, Cobber. Burning question.
Right, our burning question of the week. Righto.
Exciting.
A foreigner who loves a wide range of music, ask you to give them 3 songs which represents the Australian sound best. So you get a foreigner who comes up to you and says, look, I love my music, but I don't know a lot about Australian music. Give me 3 Australian songs which you believe sum up the genre of Australian music. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Or Australian culture as well.
Whatever.
Okay.
Australia.
Are we doing 3 each?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow.
Okay, Jack, you lead off, man.
Mate, I'm going to go with number 1 will be, I'm going to go My Happiness, Powderfinger. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go.
Why my happiness, Roger? Go.
I think it's different to the next 2 songs I'm going to go with. I think it's one side of the spectrum in Australian music.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go with Great Southern Land.
Oh, great song.
And then my final one's
Stirring.
going to be Flame Trees.
Wow.
Oh, you little thief. I was going to take that. Okay,
Well,
can I
you
go
little
next?
thief, that's Fergal Sharkey.
Yeah. I'm going with Christina Anu's My Island Home.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'm going to go with the song I like to call Out on the Patio, but others like to call Sounds of Then.
Yes.
Gang Jack.
By Ganga Jack.
And then I was going to do Flame Trees, but I'm going to go with one that my dad used to sing all the time as a new Australian. Slim Dusty's pub with no beer.
Oh, I love it. Very.
If you want a bit of
There's
Australian
nothing
culture,
so
there you
good.
go.
I like that, Trish.
Yeah.
Yeah, thrill.
Nothing screams Australian more than an Italian man singing that song.
This
I used
is
to
a pub
sing it.
with
The other
no
one was Joe
beer.
Dulce's "Shut Up Your Face."
Yeah, he loved that one too.
If,
That's
if,
not
if you,
Australian though.
yeah, it was Joe Dulce. Italian
When I
Australian.
was a boy, I think so.
Yeah, because he used to, whenever
Just
Tony
about
heard
the-
something he didn't like, he'd just go, shut up your face.
Yeah.
You go, Coops, what do you got, man?
Flame Trees, obviously. I think it's probably the most Australian song of them all. By My Side by In Excess.
Oh, yeah.
Great song.
Love that song.
You've always
What has
loved
that
song.
got to do with Australia?
Doesn't have to have anything to do with Australia. It's the sound of the
Music.
music that
Okay.
brings us
Yeah,
all
I think
together.
In Excess definitely fits into that category.
And then number 3, Kylie Minogue, Can't Get You Out of My Head.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I
As
love
opposed-
that song.
Yeah.
As opposed to what?
Yeah.
Apologies to everyone who can't get that song out of their
What
head.
about you, Cobber?
Yeah, what about you,
yourself?
Johns?
Number 1, I've gone Dirty Dudes Done Dirt Cheap because
Yep.
that rumbling guitar AC/DC beat is probably the greatest in rock and roll
Would
history.
you say the pre Brian Johnson all those early albums, the pub sort of songs, your TNTs to to like Dirty Deeds? Would you say they're more Australian than they went more American with Back in Black album?
It's that Dirty Dudes Done Dirt Cheap sort of sums that there when the sound is sort of dirty. If you know what I mean.
Raspy.
It's that pub rock sound. The second one I've gone, Hunters and Collectors, Throw Your Arms Around Me.
Yeah.
I like, rather than the slow version, I like the faster version, the first one that was released. And the third one, Midnight Oil, Power and the Passion.
Yeah,
wow.
Midnight
How
Oil
could I
got
miss
that Aussie
Mid-
sound.
How could I miss Midnight Oil?
Yeah.
Shout out to Touch by John Stevens as well.
Oh, yeah, but he's New Zealander. Noiseworks for a New Zealand band.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
It's
like that
yeah.
famous racehorse, Farlap,
Yeah.
who was
Also-
actually a Kiwi
also a
as
Kiwi.
well.
Yeah, or Dave Dobbin, Slice of Heaven.
Yeah.
Also
and the
Kiwi.
Herbs, that's right. Richard Wilkins, or
Kiwi.
otherwise known back in the day
Dickie.
as Richard Wilde, was his when he came, because Richard Wilkins came out to Australia as a budding musician, and his name was Richard Wilde, and there was another famous Kiwi who came out to be a muso first and foremost, and ended up spawning into acting. You know who
Russell
that guy
Crowe?
was? Russell Crowe.
Russell
You know his
Crowe.
name was Russ LaRock.
It was Maximus Meridius.
Russ LaRock.
Russ LaRock, and the single he released was Just Like Marlon Brando. And he's been compared
Because
to Marlon Brando.
I've heard him on
Really?
Jimmy Fallon playing Folsom Prison Blues before on the guitar. Russell Crowe.
How was
Yeah.
it?
He was very good actually.
Yeah,
he
I
has
mean,
got-
that's a
got
great
that
song.
crossover sound.
He's got a good that Dale
Raspy
Finucane.
voice.
He's got that Dale Finucane sound about him.
Fun.
Good bloke, great mate.
Finucane,
Yeah.
as that lady likes to say.
Yeah.
Okay, got any feedback for this week, Patricia?
Now, remember the other week I asked for some flamingos for my friends in Orange? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got no flamingos in Australia left.
Really?
Ben, my insider zoo person, we can't import them because of bird flu and a whole lot of other reasons. And we weren't successfully able to breed them. So we actually have none left in
So
Australia.
people don't smuggle them in their pants anymore?
No, well, they're a bit long and tall. They're not particularly petite, are they?
Good call.
I wonder if what would be the most exotic animal that somebody could have as a pet here?
I don't know.
I know a few blokes with peacocks, like big.
Yeah,
peacock.
peacocks are prevalent.
Ferrets?
Oh yeah, but
I
that's
don't
not
think
that
a
exotic,
ferret
is
is
it?
very
I'd say some of those big snakes, like a carpet python or something like that. would be
Boys,
big.
do you remember?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's
big
right.
snakes, yeah, maybe.
One of the NRL players years ago got done for sneaking albino
Yeah. Oh,
snakes
I know.
down his pants and everything. Can you imagine how
A snake
terrifying-
down your pants. The
Yeah,
irony.
Imagine sneaking he had numerous snakes down his pants on a flight. Imagine how terrifying that would be.
Well, not if
Why-
you weren't afraid of snakes.
Well, they would tranquilise them, I'm imagining. Because they couldn't, it'd be a little bit odd if you're walking through customs and you got some wriggling things in your pants.
What about do you reckon you could
And they weren't
sneak in?
testicles.
you could sneak in a Komodo dragon into your backyard.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
I might eat you.
I tell you what, it'd be
En
good
route.
for burglars. People get a nasty shock when they jump the back fence
Yeah.
because they can eat you. Their stomach acid is
you go.
the
Yeah, no.
strongest.
We know
We
where this is
know,
going.
yeah.
Well,
The long-time listeners
New
know where
listeners
this
to
But
the
they have
podcast,
manners.
They have the strongest stomach acid of any creature on earth. They can dissolve you.
Go on, tell them.
But
Oh,
they'll,
Because what if
Leave
we
your
have
clothes.
if we have new podcast listeners who haven't heard you tell
Yeah,
the
you got
story
it.
1,000 times? Why
Yeah.
don't you tell them again?
Well, they were discovered 3 French adventurers. They landed on the island of Komodo, said, wow, so idyllic, lay down and fell asleep and basically never woken up because Komodo dragons came along and ate them. All they found was their clothes.
And, wow.
That makes a lot of sense. They
Yeah.
found their clothes. They were actually, the Komodo was nice enough to take it off them and fold it and iron it out and then proceed to eat the
Yeah.
Frenchman.
Yep.
And then spit on them and dissolve them.
Yep, let's go.
Doesn't sound made up at all.
That's why all
we
that
do
green
love
stuff,
that.
when you go to the zoo and look at the Komodo, all that green stuff's their stomach acid.
So our hotline question last week was to share old remedies. Jack shared the one where he grazed his armpit once and my mum put butter on it, followed up by, if you also bumped your head, she put butter on that too, and a 50-cent piece and a lovely scarf to make you just feel a little bit stranger. Make sure no one came near you.
Sunburn, she
What
just
else
put
we got?
turkey bacon on your back.
Just butter.
And start frying.
Liz
What-
Frank, Kalen Ponga, just rub butter on it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
grow a heart, guys, seriously.
What have you got for us, Jacko?
We've got one listener. The rest came through in text formation. We've got another rough one that I'll show you in a little bit. But here's the one audio we could actually use. Here we go.
Yeah, he's going. Just in the remedies, every time I got like a little bit of a cough as a kid, Mum would shove like 3 ounces, 4 ounces of brandy down my throat, thinking that'll cure it. I think she finished the other bottle and then didn't have to deal with me. And while we're on it, Uranus is the only planet not named after a Roman god. It's actually named after a Greek titan.
Ah.
Yeah, we've
While
got,
we're
Thank
on
you, our
it.
learned,
Excellent.
our
Thank
learned
you so
friend.
much.
Because
What's his name?
remember, Jack presented the remedy question, and then 2 ears, 1 mouth over there. Then posed the question of alternate names for Uranus or Uranus.
Oh, right.
Remember? And then we had to remind him that, we already had one.
Because he said while we're on it. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, what's that
No, he
got
was
to
right.
do with it?
So our listener was a very good listener, actually.
yeah. There's a few Uranus ones. I'm going to probably leave them. But then
Brandy.
another one, the very popular one from we got lots of text messages from the listeners. Is the cough cure honey lemon vinegar?
Yeah.
Vinegar. I thought vinegar was surprising, to be honest.
Yeah, usually honey and lemon, but
Yeah.
vinegar, I get it.
Mixed in with water twice a day.
Like, could be apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. Amanda from Wollongong, she suggested that. And she also added on the bottom, hi, John's family. Not sure if this fits under your riddles or a bit of a joke, but I was told this years ago. What goes in hard and comes out wet and soggy?
Oh, I know this one. No, I can't think of it.
No.
What is it?
A tea bag.
Ah, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I would just say hard, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of
Dry.
hard, we the messages that sort of came through this week were quite interesting. I think there was a few backlogged from a few weeks. We've had a couple of listeners send some interesting pictures. One in particular, I thought we'd throw around the room and get your reactions on. We got some dick pics.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
We've made it.
And we're obviously not going to shame them.
Oh, yeah, more than one?
I think we should.
There were, but there's only one I'm going to use that can probably.
This
Cobra,
is-
I'll show you first.
Someone sent it to us.
What do you
We're
reckon
not
of that?
Oh, comical. Have a
Can,
look at
can I
that.
just make a point? Tyron Wishart, you're a disgrace.
Here as well.
Holy shit. Fair cock. Jesus Christ. Is that an air mattress in the background as well? Holy, have a look at that, Trish.
Is that Trish probably she wouldn't think it's big at all.
Is that AI, do you reckon?
I don't know.
It
I'm
looks
zooming
it
in.
looks a little
More like
stretched.
IA.
Nah, I reckon it's superimposed.
I'll also
There
do
seems to be some disconnect at the
At the shaft.
join. Yeah.
at the joint. Well, if we could, we'd prefer not to get them sent to us. But also, through the game the other night, now there's a certain player, a Melbourne player, that we've made fun of the last couple of years. Might have been a roommate of Cooper's. And Dan Ganane on the call the other night made this remark after he made a tackle. I think Dan Ganane might be a listener of the podcast.
The bunnies here with Tane Miller. Oh, Wishart there put himself in an interesting position, but he springs up.
He's what up?
He put himself in an interesting position and then springs up.
For those that don't know, who haven't been long-time listeners, there was a certain allegation that Tyron Wishart used to perform a certain act on himself, which was untrue.
It was untrue, but
The
what
contortionist.
The contortionist. But what happened? It took on a life of its own,
Mm.
and he begged us to stop. He and his family, because every time he would be warming up and down the sideline, people would just yell out awful things like, "Go on, mate, go home and suck yourself off." Right? Get yourself in a ball and whatnot. Anyway, it actually appeared at one point on a Wikipedia page. At that point, we let go. However, Dan Gane brought it up.
Yeah, not our fault.
So there we go. Yeah, so there's the hotline listeners of the week. If you find anything interesting in the commentary this weekend's footy, we'd like you to record it and possibly send it through for us as well. If that's
bloody
all right.
oath.
Love it, Jack. Right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and wrap up the show. Welcome back to the John's Family Podcast. Trish, you have got some interesting facts on Uranus.
Yes, because
And something on the planet as well.
yeah, well, you know what? I found this quite. I don't know what happened. I missed out on the planets at school.
Brilliant, Dad.
You're joking, aren't you?
Totally, the whole space, the whole solar
Well, I'll give you a
system.
tip to say you catch up. Walk outside when it's dark and just look up in the sky.
Thanks,
I
Einstein.
don't think you can see any of them.
Nah.
I don't think you can see any.
Me and
planets.
Trish one day, we saw Mercury when we were in Alice Springs. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we were in Uluru, and the guy said, I thought he was G'ing up, and said, if you look out, you'll see in a second when it gets dark, a red dot will come up in the distance, and it's Mercury. And I thought, is he G'ing up? And it was.
And
You can
Matt,
see Mercury from Uluru.
do you remember
Wow.
the time we were in Perth before that rocket festival, and we were in the cab coming back from dinner, and I don't know if it was a meteorite we saw. I don't know what it was, but it was massive and it was falling from the sky.
Yeah, it was. It was very, very strange.
And then we thought we expected to hear or stuff about it, not a word.
I know. I completely shit myself.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the meteor. That was, remember at the concert? There was massive lineups for the Portaloos. Yeah, I shit myself at that
Thanks for
festival.
sharing. Okay, well, let me tell you some facts about Uranus.
You ran it.
It gets itchy quite a bit.
It's the coldest planet. Minus 224 degrees Celsius. It's mainly made up of icy floating materials above a solid core. And it is made up of water, methane, and ammonia. So,
I think Cooper's anus is made up of methane as well.
yeah, which I thought,
Mr.
that's
Methane.
interesting how the whole anus, methane, gas.
Wait, what's
sort of-
methane? What is that
Methane?
mean?
Methane gas is farting.
Oh, is that farting? So if you went to Uranus, it would smell? Yeah. Really?
Well, it didn't mention that.
Yeah, pungent.
Real
Just said it was
bad.
gonna be very cold.
How do you know that, Gav?
Gav's been there.
It's what? It's ammonia as well. It's ammonia. Oh, ammonia would smell.
Yeah, wow, that would
shit.
it would, mate. It would smell.
It's
That would
stinky.
be bad. Yeah.
Okay, and this is from NASA. It's surrounded by a set of 13 rings. And unlike the other planets, it rotates on its side and it rotates in the opposite direction to most other planets.
Oh, that's
Why is
interesting.
that?
I don't know.
It's just contrary.
I don't know.
Ah.
It's one of those planets that just don't give a damn.
Wait, did you guys know that, like, when I was coming to South Africa, it's like a 13-hour flight, but coming back, it's 11 because the planet, like, rotates against the plane. So, like, you get there quicker.
No, I didn't know that. I thought that they always say, "Oh, we're getting there quicker one way than the other
Trade
because
winds.
of the winds."
Oh, maybe
But
that's. I'm
but I
pretty
think-
sure it's because of
Yeah.
it how it rotates, like how it orbits. Sorry, the planet. It orbits like with the direction of the plane, so therefore,
You
like
make up
you
time.
get there quicker.
I think the orbiting would create
I
the
don't know.
wind,
I have to
the
think about that for a
tailwind.
bit.
Do you reckon-
It's like swimming. Read this. What they started to do, the great John Seaman in the LA,
John Seaman.
John Seaman.
Oh.
He was a Queenslander who, as a young Queenslander, went to the LA Olympics in 1971, and he snuck into the final of the 200 metres butterfly. And what he did, he came up with a technique that he was next to a guy they said was unbeatable, the West German Michael Gross. But what he did when he jumped in the pool, he pushed himself right close to as close as he could to the lane without touching the rope to Michael Gross, and just swum in his wake. So swum, and it was like literally he conserved about 40% energy. Then in the last 50 metres went past him and won. And that is the same with the rotating with the planet, is that we are in the wake, we carry on in the momentum of the planet.
Are
as
they
it
allowed to still
rotates.
do that, Matt? In swimming?
What, in the rotating with the planes?
No, with the swimming. Swim in the wake. Or their
There's
rules
a
instigated that
certain
now?
rule now, I think, Gav, but surely they can.
Do you think we have any listeners?
Gav's,
Gav?
I mean, Gav's a...
Gav's a former
Swimming
swimmer.
enthusiast?
Yeah.
Do you think
He's
we
a
have
seaman.
any listeners that might be
He's a seaman.
astrophysicists out there that could check this
well,
out for
I
us?
tell you what, if they listen to us, they're retired astrophysicists.
Good episode today, guys.
yeah, it was
by the
great.
way.
Matthew, I'm going to give you 5 points.
Really?
Yeah, you were on fire today. Much better than you've been.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You were good today,
It must be the salmon shirt.
Yeah.
Rust.
Yeah, right.
And notice that you missed that shit hat.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, it's gone missing.
well, what's your excuse for wearing your shit hat?
Shit hair.
Yeah.
I'm off for a blow dry.
Oh, me too. Oh, sorry, dry. Bye-bye.
You're hilarious.
See you guys.
See ya.